At the head of the French state stood the king, who ruled as an absolute monarch. This meant that he held supreme authority over the country and its people, without being bound by a constitution or parliament. Louis XVI was the King of France when the revolution broke out in 1789. He was a man of only average intelligence, and though not entirely lacking in good intentions, he was obstinate, indecisive, and largely indifferent to the actual work of governing. It is often said that prolonged intellectual effort or brain work tired and depressed him, and he preferred to avoid the mental strain of state affairs whenever possible. His wife, the beautiful but frivolous Marie Antoinette, was equally unsuited to the grave responsibilities of her position. She spent enormous sums of money on lavish parties, costly entertainments, and luxurious fashions at a time when the country was already in economic distress. She also interfered in matters of state, using her influence to secure high offices and privileges for her favorites, regardless of merit. Louis XVI himself was no better in this regard. He granted favors, pensions, and lucrative appointments to his own friends and courtiers, draining the royal treasury for the benefit of a privileged few. Meanwhile, the state faced constant financial troubles. Maintaining a huge standing army and waging expensive wars, both in Europe and overseas, added to the burden. These policies strained the economy to breaking point. By the late 1780s, France was in a dire fiscal crisis. The reckless spending of the royal household, coupled with the extravagant costs of war, had brought the state to the brink of bankruptcy. It was this dangerous mix of poor leadership, irresponsible spending, and structural economic weakness that created the perfect conditions for unrest, ultimately fueling the outbreak of the French Revolution.